Good evening. Today is Saturday, July 22nd, 2022, and today we have another update on the spread of monkeypox in the United States. Since our last update, there have been an additional 1,357 cases in the country for a total of 3,171. And there's a reason why that's different from this number. The United States Centers for Disease Control continues to undercount the number of cases in the country as reported by state health departments. And for whatever reason, over the past couple of days, we've seen them fumbling around with data and reporting fewer cases than what they had reported the days prior for certain states. So I've made sure to include the most accurate information, and let's get started with the state of New York. Since our last update, an additional 410 cases in the state of New York for a total of 900 statewide. New York City has reported an additional 378 cases for a total of 839. There's another 9 cases in Westchester for 25 total, 9 in Suffolk for 13 total, 2 in Nassau for 5 total, 3 in Monroe for 4 total, 2 in Rockland for 3 total, and 1 in Erie for 2 total. New York City continuing to very much so be the epicenter of both New York State and the country's outbreak. And then additionally, we had our first cases of the virus, as I've highlighted there, in Tompkins County, Albany County, Orange County, Greene, Dutchess, and Columbia counties. Most of these being in the Hudson Valley, north of New York City, so not too surprising there. And that's the update from the state of New York. California reporting a pretty significant number of new cases. The California Department of Health is now actually giving us more information about where these cases are, which is very nice. And in terms of the number of new cases, there are an additional 271 cases in the state of California for a total of 521. And again, that is different from what the State Department of Health here is publishing, but that was as of yesterday, July 21st. Interestingly, they say there's 159 cases in San Francisco. Today, the city of San Francisco reporting 197 cases. And since our last update, that's an increase of 111 when it was just 86 cases in the city of San Francisco, or the county of San Francisco, rather, but nonetheless 197 cases there, much more than the 159 as reported by the state. In Los Angeles, reporting an additional 77 cases since our last update for a total of 162 cases. Again, that is also quite larger than the 121 as reported by the state. But nonetheless, quite interesting that Los Angeles County is now giving us quite a good amount of data about the cases, their gender, sexual orientation, race, age, service planning area, and this map as well, which is indicating case counts and stuff like that. So you can see that it's spread to different parts of Los Angeles County, which is interesting. And then in terms of the other data that we have, Alameda County reporting 38 total cases. 6 of those are in the city of Berkeley. The state of California reports Berkeley separately, but for my purposes, there's 38 cases in Alameda County. Sacramento up to 27 cases here, according to the Department of Health Services from the county of Sacramento. We have 31 cases in Santa Clara County, according to Santa Clara County Public Health. San Diego today confirming that they're up to 20 cases now. Contra Costa County, according to the update from the State Department of Health, at 9 cases. That's probably increased perhaps, but we'll probably see more data on Monday. Kern County up to 5 cases. This is in Central California. Kern County at 5 cases. State Department of Health only reporting 4. And we should have some more information down here. So Contra Costa County is up to 9 cases, Riverside County up to 7, and San Mateo is at 5. Just as another note, Long Beach, part of Los Angeles County, so Los Angeles County reporting that in their totals. And then we had more information about Monterey, Santa Cruz, Solano, all these different counties here. Some of them reporting their first cases. Specifically Butte County, as well as Fresno County, and the virus just continuing to spread in some of these other counties outside the large metro areas in the state of California, but nonetheless 521 cases there in the state of California. Our next update is from the state of Florida, and we have this data here from July 22nd. An additional 70 cases since our last update for a total of 247 cases in the state of Florida. There's an additional 23 cases in Broward for 124 in Broward County. 26 new cases in Miami-Dade for a total of 65. 5 new cases in Orange County for a total of 12. 3 new cases in Pinellas County for a total of 12. 2 new cases in Palm Beach County for a total of 8. 4 new cases in Monroe County for a total of 7. 3 new cases in Hillsborough County for 4 total. 1 new case in Polk County for 3 total. 1 new case in Collier County for 2 total. 1 new case in Duval County, home to Jacksonville, for 2 total. 1 new case in Lee County for 2 total. And similarly, 1 new case in San Manuel County for 2 total. And then we also had our first confirmed case in Alachua County, home to Gainesville. And that is their first case of the virus, since there are 247 cases there in the state of Florida. Illinois reporting an additional 64 cases since our last update for a total of 238. Interestingly, the CDC reporting 238, whereas the state reporting 237. Not entirely sure why, but 238 cases in the state of Illinois. And of those, 202 are in the city of Chicago, according to local media. Again, this is despite the Illinois Department of Public Health not reporting where the cases are in the state, but 202 in Chicago, 238 in Illinois. The CDC reporting an additional 118 cases in the state of Georgia since our last update for a total of 211 in the state of Georgia. Really explosive growth that we're seeing right there in the American southeast. And we received this news report today that Albany County, or rather Dauphin County, Georgia, home to the city of Albany, reported their first confirmed case. And the Georgia Department of Public Health has not released information about specific geographic information of the cases in the state, but this might appear to be one of the first cases outside of Metro Atlanta. So 211 cases there in the state of Georgia. DC adding 21 cases since our last update for a total of 126. DC referring everyone to the CDC, but the CDC doing some weird things with the data there. So 126 cases. That appears to be the most accurate. Texas reporting an additional 34 cases since our last update for a total of 110 cases. We had our first case in Galveston County, which is to the southeast of Houston. So they had their first confirmed case. And then similarly, McLennan County reporting their first confirmed case. This is in between Austin and the Dallas-Fort Worth area. This is Waco. So Waco, McLennan County Public Health District confirming their first case there in McLennan County, Texas. Massachusetts reporting an additional 28 cases for a total of 79. And Maryland reporting an additional 34 cases for a total of 71. Massachusetts and Maryland not reporting more specific information other than that, and that is coming from the CDC. Washington State reporting 41 new cases for a total of 83. You can see that here with the July 22nd update from the Washington Department of Health. Since our last update, there's an additional 47 cases in King County, home to Seattle, bringing the total number of cases there to 76. Pierce and Snohomish County have the same case totals, but Lewis and Benning counties reporting their first cases. Lewis County, home to Chehalis. Benning County, home to Kennewick, further towards central Washington, outside of the Seattle metro. So that's the update there from the state of Washington. Pennsylvania, according to the CDC, adding 21 new cases for a total of 64. Not a lot of specific information, again, from Pennsylvania about where all those cases are, but that's the update there. 27 new cases in the state of Colorado for a total of 47. And we had our first confirmed case in El Paso County being home to Colorado Springs. And so that's the update there from the state of Colorado, 47 new cases, or 47 total cases, rather, in the state. New Jersey adding 31 cases since our last update, doubling the number of cases in the state for a total of 62. Again, not a lot of information about where these cases are, but 62 cases in the state of New Jersey. Virginia adding 20 cases since our last update for a total of 64. Similarly, not a lot of information about where those cases are. Oregon reporting an additional 20 cases since our last update for a total of 41, all male. And in terms of geographic distribution, 22 are in Multnomah, 11 in Lane, 7 in Washington, and 1 in Clackamas. So all of them being mostly in the Portland metro, apart from Lane County, which is in central Oregon, being a separate cluster there. Indiana, according to the CDC, adding 20 cases for a total of 31. Arizona adding 18 cases for a total of 29. Not a lot of information about those new cases in Indiana and Arizona, but that's the update from the CDC. Michigan adding a total of 14 cases according to the CDC for a total of 27. Interestingly, that does conflict with the state data from Michigan, which only reports 23, but I'll go with the CDC number of 27. And Michigan giving us some geographic breakdown. The jurisdiction with the most cases is Detroit City, part of Wayne County, so 9 total cases in Wayne County. And then there's cases in Oakland County, Washtenaw County, Macomb County, all of that part of the Detroit Metro, and separately Kent County, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Central Michigan, which has a few cases there as well. Louisiana reporting an additional 15 cases since our last update for a total of 21. Not a lot of information about these cases other than that they're mostly in the greater New Orleans area, but not much more than that. Minnesota adding 9 new cases for a total of 21. Connecticut adding 7 new cases for a total of 19. And Tennessee adding 10 new cases for a total of 16. Those are the updates from those jurisdictions. And I'd just like to note here, Minnesota reporting 19 cases, whereas CDC had reported 21. Not entirely sure why there's the discrepancy there, but that's the case for Minnesota. And then for Connecticut and Tennessee, the 19 and 16 cases total respectively. Geographic distributions, not something made publicly available at the moment. North Carolina adding 14 new cases since our last update for a total of 27. Most of those cases are in Mecklenburg County, which is home to Charlotte, which is the largest city in the state. We had previously some cases in Wake County and Durham County, so the Raleigh area, and more recently in Buncombe County, home to Asheville, which is in the western part of the state. So that's the update there from the state of North Carolina. Puerto Rico adding 7 new cases for a total of 11. The CDC only says there's 10 cases, but local news in Puerto Rico reporting 11 cases there in the state of territory of Puerto Rico. Rhode Island adding a total of 5 new cases for 9 total cases in the state. Again, not a lot of information about where those cases are. Nevada adding 2 new cases for a total of 8. We know 6 of those are in Clark County, which is Las Vegas, but Washoe County, home to Reno, reporting their first case of the virus. This is in northwestern Nevada. So 8 total cases in the state of Nevada. Again, in terms of discrepancies with the CDC, there's a lot of them, but just go through some of those more so now. 5 new cases in South Carolina for a total of 9. 11 new cases in Wisconsin for a total of 17. Both of those have been in flux over the past couple of days, but 9 in South Carolina, 17 in Wisconsin. Iowa reporting 3 new cases for a total of 6. Nebraska adding 3 new cases for a total of 5. Missouri adding 5 new cases for a total of 9. 2 new cases in Oklahoma for a total of 5. 4 new cases in Ohio for a total of 11. 1 new case in Kentucky for a total of 4. 4 new cases in Alabama for a total of 6. And more recently, 3 new cases in New Hampshire for a total of 4. CDC reporting 3 new cases, or 3 total cases rather at the moment, but the New Hampshire Department of Health and Human Services here showing 4 confirmed cases in the state of New Hampshire. Delaware adding 2 new cases for a total of 3. That was an update on Thursday, July 21st. And that is per an announcement from the Delaware Division of Public Health and also corroborated by the CDC. Arkansas adding 1 new case for a total of 3. Not a lot of information about that case. 1 new case as well in Kansas for a total of 2 there, and similarly 1 new case in Idaho for as well 2 total cases there in the state of Idaho. North Dakota adding its first confirmed case, and not a lot of information about where this case is, other than that I believe they said that it was in eastern North Dakota, and that's confirmed right there, so potentially the Fargo area, but nothing specific from the North Dakota Department of Health. And similarly today, Maine reporting their first confirmed case. This isn't a person in York County, and not a lot of other information other than that the Maine CDC is working to identify close contacts and that they're going to start making vaccinations available. So
state health officials are confirming the...
Okay. North Dakota and Maine reporting their first confirmed cases right there. And so that is the update from the United States. There was an additional 1,357 cases across the country for a total of 3,171. A lot of discrepancies between state Health Department data and that of the CDC, a lot of fluctuations in the data. But I imagine that we'll continue to see the virus spread throughout the rest of the country over the coming weeks, and potentially to the rest of the states that have currently reported no cases. The virus might already probably be there, to be honest. And the focus will certainly be on San Francisco, on Chicago, Los Angeles, and New York, which have the largest outbreaks at the moment. New York City especially, and how those jurisdictions are going to address this outbreak as it continues to grow, and the societal impact as those outbreaks become quite large. And so that's the update here on July 22nd, 2022. Thank you for watching.